What's up, Zachlings? Today we're looking at a video of a girl who said she went to the wealthiest school in all of North Korea, or regular Korea. We're gonna see if it's fact or cap. Here we go.
Relaxing in a beautiful hotel in Paris with the cutest French boy smiling at you from across the pool is just perfectly splendid in every way. My
Can't relate.
personal assistant / best friend Lexi rushed towards me while holding a letter. She read it out loud.
So this girl, obviously very wealthy. I don't know how in the world you got your best friend as your personal assistant. I feel like you'd be arguing a lot, but okay, she's got the life.
Fancy a date on my yacht tonight? Meet me at 7 on the harbor. The boy across the pool winked at me.
Dang, my boy's got a yacht. What the heck kind of life these people living? All right.
That night,
Pierre.
I learned that his name was Pierre, and
How
he
about Jeff
treated me
Bezos?
like a princess.
No
But our
kidding.
splendid date was interrupted by a panicked call from Lexi. Your
he's gonna
dad's
kill you?
secretary called, and he's just sent the jet for us to leave right now.
What kind of rich world problems is this? You know what? So far, though, I think it could be real.
I said my goodbyes to Pierre, who said he wanted to see me again. But I just smiled and left. Oh,
like to see
hey
you
there. My name is Blair, and I have an almost perfect life. I'm as smart as Einstein himself. There's only one little problem.
What?
I'm dyslexic.
Oh, I don't know if I am, but I could be.
I used to be #1 in literally everything. But things took a wild turn when
Yeah.
a foreign exchange student joined our class. Please hit that subscribe button before I tell you my
I like how she asked you to subscribe. I don't know. I kind of like that. It's like integrated, you know, but do it for me instead of her.
The next day, my limo dropped Lexi and me off at our school, a very expensive private one, where
Yo, this don't look like a school. This looks like you started out moving into Hogwarts right here. What the heck?
only families with a net worth of at least $1 billion can attend.
That makes me wonder if that's a thing. Like, none of us would know. All right, we're probably there's probably very few billionaires that watch my videos. Is this a thing for your children to keep them safe?
Blair, watch out! I screamed when I saw an angry dog charging towards me.
Okay.
What was it doing here? Pets aren't allowed.
Well, if you're rich enough,
Francesca,
why not?
My arch nemesis, picked it up while laughing at me.
Oh,
Good
no.
boy, she whispered, but I heard it. This insecure brat always found a way to ruin my day.
Why is there always an arch nemesis in these? I never really had an arch nemesis. Well, yeah, I did. I guess I did.
Oh, hey Blair. I'm giving out our newest luxury product, this $1 million perfume, for free.
$1 million perfume? Dude, if I could sell products like $1 million perfume, I would be so rich.
I thought you might need one. Thanks, Francesca, but I'd rather donate it to charity. The principal appeared and got angry when she saw her dog. Our dog mansion, with 10 floors, is currently being renovated, so my baby needs to roll with me. Ugh, what a show-off.
She gets $1 million perfume.
When Francesca gave her a stupid perfume, too. In the middle of class, I suddenly forgot how to breathe when the most gorgeous boy that I'd ever seen walked in. Everyone, I would like you all to meet Terrence, a foreign exchange student from Korea, and he will be with us for this
Okay.
school year.
Oh, I thought we were going to Korea.
We were all speechless as we looked at him. Francesca immediately offered her seat, but Terrence just headed quietly to the back. Our math teacher then started the discussion and suddenly asked us to solve the area of a stadium on our tables.
95 times 219, boom. I did it, I'm done.
Such a no-brainer. The answer is
2,700.
69,963 square meters.
They hit us
We
with a
all
69.
turned to Terrence like we'd seen a ghost. He'd answered before me. Like, how? After class, all the girls flocked around him,
Is that a good thing? I always thought, I mean, back when I was in school, I feel like you didn't answer questions. I never answered questions.
including Lexi. I tried to smile at him too, but he didn't smile back. What a
Okay.
snob. I snatched Lexi away from him and told her to cut it out. Do that again and I'll fire you. Oh, come on, Blair.
Oh, threatening. Okay, see, that's why I feel like it'd be hard to have a friendship with your assistant because like that that would ruin it. Your friendship's done at that point.
Terrence might have heard that because he turned to me, but so what? He snubbed me and first impressions last. Every year, our principal holds an auction party, and this year,
Are we buying an entire continent here? What is this? Africa's for sale?
all the proceeds would be going to poor children in Africa.
Okay, I definitely did not interpret that correctly.
The last item to be auctioned was a beautiful pearl with a special history. It cost around $50 million. Francesca and I started the bidding battle. 100 million, 200 million, 500 million. 1 billion. Then the principal asked if anyone wanted to go any higher. Lexi leaned closer to me and tried to stop me, but I couldn't
No,
let
don't
Francesca
do 2
win.
billion.
2 billion.
Oh my gosh,
10.
why not just do like 1 point? Wait, she said 10.
Silence filled the room when a male voice joined in and said, $100 billion. Everyone turned to the back. It was Terrence again. He really was
my
something
gosh.
else.
Why not do 20 billion? Like, no one's gonna beat you if you do double 10. You just wasted 80 billion.
The
I'm
principal
sorry.
declared,
What?
wow, that's a new record.
No kidding.
Sold. My eyebrows shot up when I saw Francesca offering him a handshake in a flirty way. Lexi said, I think you two look better together. Ew, stop that, Lexi. He's a snob and only loves his phone.
I mean, don't we all only love our phone though? Like, come on.
I took a special oral exam because of my reading condition. When the results came back the next day, the blood drained from my face when I didn't see my name at the top spot.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought it was because you failed a test, because that I can relate to. Being at the top spot, I can't relate to that.
Terrence. He hadn't even been in our school a full year.
This
and
guy's
Francesca
a king.
appeared from nowhere and said, just accept the fact that you're a loser now, Blair. I asked Lexi to do some research on Terrence. I needed to know what was up with him. I bumped into him and tripped over. Jeez, his chest was as hard as a tree. I looked up at him and met his cold brown eyes. I was expecting him to offer his hand, but the jerk skipped past me like I was trash on the floor. I'd never felt so humiliated. It was the first time a guy had ignored me. Lexi came to the rescue and helped me to my feet. He helped me when I tripped out of my helicopter yesterday. Sorry, girl, but you're not his type.
I think that she's gonna win because she's playing hard to get, and I feel like that's gonna win this dude over who's also playing hard to get. I think they both like each other and they won't admit it.
During lunch, Lexi told me that she'd finally finished her research on Terrence. He was a young CEO in Korea, and his company develops games and software. That's why he's always on his phone. So, he's a self-made billionaire. Interesting. I was on my way to our campus's art center one time, and I stopped when I saw a board ahead. It had some words on it.
Morning feet vaccination?
Francesca and her friends were right behind me, but I didn't want to ask her for help, so I tried to read it myself. It seemed to be saying something about a vacation. I ignored the sign.
Warning feet on vacation is what I just read.
And continued walking. Suddenly, the ground under me collapsed. Someone caught me right on time before I was buried alive. I looked up to see my savior. It was Terrence. He let me go and dusted his
deep evacuation.
Don't you know how to read? It says deep excavation ahead. I have dyslexia. Anyway, thanks for saving my life. Just be careful next time. My heartbeat was still going fast as I watched.
So does she like him or not? I can't tell.
Him walk away.
I think you do.
A few days later, the principal announced the annual competition between private schools called the Battle of the Brains. I was so ecstatic.
I mean, I don't know that there's a second billionaire school out there, but if there is, this is about to be the biggest showdown of all time for smart, rich people.
And I was picked again to represent our school. I always aced it. The problem was the competition would be all about teamwork, so I needed a partner. And Terrence was picked. Lexi came up to me and said, "Oh my God, I ship you both." I ignored Lexi's stupid comment and told Terrence to meet me in the music room. We needed to talk about the competition. While I was waiting for him, I started playing the piano.
I gotta take a minute here to appreciate the artwork. This is well drawn. Usually these story times have the worst art. This actually is like very pleasing to look at. I love the artwork of this one.
I couldn't finish the song because I forgot the keys. Just in time, he arrived and continued for me. We were so close to each other and it felt really weird. I was about to move, but the way he played was hypnotizing. I flinched when I felt a spark as our fingers touched. He looked down at me after he finished playing. That's how you do it.
This is like a Twilight before Twilight existed. I don't know.
Piano lessons right now. We need to plan a strategy. Just focus on the spelling. Memorize the letters of the longest words, and we'll be fine. Don't underestimate me, Terrence. How about you? Are you going to study? The dummy answered me with a poker face and left the room. Sometimes I really hated his guts and his gorgeous face. And seriously, he was so confusing. The competition day finally came and we were totally silent during the ride. He later fell asleep on my shoulder and I went stiff as a board. Should I move my shoulder or should I let him sleep in peace?
Why is that so funny?
The limo passed over a rough road which woke him up. He looked up at me and I immediately looked away. Can you scoot over? You're in my personal space. My heartbeat went back to...
I feel like you can just feel the chemistry between these two. There is an electric shock going between them, and you can feel it through the screen. I hope these two get married.
Normal when he moved. I was so nervous during the game, but as expected, we made it to the final round. Terrence won the versus round against another boy, and then it was my turn.
Good luck.
I needed to win this so we would be the winners already. I was shocked when the announcer said that it was a spelling round. Oh no.
Oh, she can't spell.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Terrence gave me an encouraging look. I focused and wrote down all the letters according to my memory.
I don't believe it.
I felt like passing out from nervousness when I slowly raised my answer. Correct. I jumped around in happiness and found myself hugging Terrence. When I realized what I was doing, I immediately pulled away. He then patted my head and smiled at me for the first time. And I must admit, he looked even more gorgeous. You did great. Well, thanks for your advice. Lexi showed up to congratulate us. Oh my God.
Lexi is really the winner here. She is the best support Like, this girl is literally just amazing. Look at her. Assistant, here for the relationship. She's a great supporting friend.
You two should get married already.
I saw saying.
Lexi and her random fangirling. Terrence smiled at me in the hallway the next day, and it made me feel something in my stomach. What a miracle that he wasn't wearing his headphones and holding his phone in front of his face.
Look at this.
Suddenly, the girls started screaming. I went to see what was happening and was shocked to see Pierre in our school uniform.
Who the heck is Pierre? Wasn't he that dude from earlier on? Oh, he's the guy that she had a crush on earlier on. Now he's moving in. Now there's another guy that all the girls are attracted to. This is such a weird video for me to watch, but I'm just into this storyline so much. I gotta finish it.
He was showing everyone my pictures that he took on his phone. Oh, finally. There's my girl. Pierre immediately walked up to me and kissed me on the cheek. What are you doing here? I told you. I wanted to see you again. I enrolled in your school just to be with you.
Is that creepy? I feel like, I don't know, it could be. I don't know. Why is everyone here just a billion? It's just, this is a crazy story here.
Pierre kept following me around and it bothered me. I wanted to turn him down, but I felt bad for breaking a nice guy's heart. Mademoiselle, come. I have a surprise for you.
You've got to turn down Pierre because I think you got a little bit more chemistry with our other dude who literally says nothing. It's just a quiet dude. I'm sorry, but Pierre, you're not gonna win.
I told Pierre that I still had a class, but he grabbed my arm and was about to pull me outside when someone grabbed my other arm. It was Terrence. We're running late already. Everyone stopped in their tracks to watch. Terrence and Pierre were glaring at each other, and there I was, looking like a statue between them.
You gotta go with Terrence.
Neither of them wanted to let me go, and it was so awkward. She acted like she sprained her ankle and purposefully fell on Pierre. Lexi then winked at me as Pierre turned to help her. She was the best. Francesca threw a party on her own private island.
That is 4 helicopter pads. I want to make that clear. That's excessive.
And invited everyone.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't want to go, but Pierre was so persistent.
I'm just saying, that's
During
pretty cool
the party, he was telling me about his plan to buy a resort in Paris. He was talking non-stop while all I could think about was Terrence. I signaled Lexi to start our plan. I excused myself to the restroom as she came over and I let her entertain Pierre. I sneaked out and found myself in a beautiful garden. I suddenly felt someone's presence beside me. I turned to see Terrence.
Terrence!
You're here. I didn't think you'd come. Francesca came over to my place yesterday and invited me.
Yes.
What? I wanted to ask him what else she did at his place, but he chickened out. He was looking up at the sky and suddenly a snowflake dropped on his forehead and he slowly closed his eyes. It was a beautiful moment, and I just found myself staring.
I feel like I'm seeing intimate moments I shouldn't be seeing. Like, this is a very weird moment to put into this story, but hey, all right, I'll help you two get married.
The first snow of the year. Oh, is it? He seemed to be so happy about it, and I wondered why. Where's your boyfriend? He's not my boyfriend. I just met him in Paris last time I was there. I'm relieved. What do you mean? The snow continued falling over us.
This is the kiss.
He stepped closer and suddenly kissed me on the forehead. I like you, Blair. I wasn't expecting that. My heartbeat was so loud I was shaking. Moments later, I finally gave in to my attraction. I think I like you too. Let's get out of here.
Yes.
I told him that only my dad had access to our helicopter. But he just gave me a smug smile and said, that's not a problem.
I hate it. I love it.
Did he plan ahead or what? The helicopter flew us to a beautiful place, and while we were enjoying the marvelous view beneath us, I felt his hand holding mine.
You act like you've never been in a private helicopter before. You're billionaires.
It gave me an electric feeling. I'd never felt this way before.
Wow.
After our helicopter date, he brought me to this Korean restaurant and made me taste their delicious specialties.
What the heck is, what?
We fought over
What was that? What was that scene? What just happened?
I then gave the waiter a tip, a key to a car. That's very generous of you, but I prefer giving tips like this. He gave the waiter a business card and told him that his secretary would assist him in enrolling in the school of his choice. It was almost midnight when we strolled in the park. When I complained about my high heels hurting my feet, he gave me a piggyback ride. This man had never failed to surprise me.
Oh my gosh.
We were inseparable over the next few weeks.
Look at these two.
While Lexi,
they look happy. That's good. This is really coming together, guys. I feel pretty good right now.
Lexi always ended up distracting Pierre.
Good.
One day, Terrence was teaching me Korean when Lexi kept calling me. I was enjoying our session, so I ignored her calls.
Yeah.
Later that day, I was on my way to my locker when I saw Francesca's dog again. It started chasing me.
Hopefully Terrence came and kicked that little crusty white dog and got it off his school property.
I ran into the nearest room. While I was catching my breath, I was surprised to see Pierre in there too. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Miss me? Before I could react, he suddenly kissed me. I was so shocked that I couldn't move. I slapped him and walked out to look for Lexi.
Now, if Terrence saw that, we're in some big trouble, folks.
Couldn't find her anywhere. She wasn't answering my calls either.
He killed her?
Where was she when I needed her? The next day, everyone was looking at me like I'd done something terrible, which I apparently did because an anonymous account had posted a picture of me.
Oh, I said it, guys. I said it. It's over. She's gonna lose the man. Terrence is gone. Her life's over. I can't believe this.
Kissing Pierre on Instagram. No, it was all a mistake. I asked Lexi about it, but she was so mad at me. What did I do?
I think Lexi posted that picture because she was jealous of all the time that she was spending with Terrence. That way, she wanted revenge to get her friend back. I'm saying it right now. This is what happened.
That pervert made a move on me. You weren't there when I needed you because you only care about Terrence now. Lexi.
Yeah, okay, well, I was kind of right. I mean, I was still wrong.
I'm so sorry. Please don't do this to me. You're my best friend. No, Blair. I'm just your personal assistant. Don't.
Oh, I said at the beginning that'd be a problem.
Not anymore, because I'm resigning. I was crying as she left me. I looked for Terrence and found him in the music room. Terrence, it's not what you think. Let me explain. I don't deal with cheaters. I tried to convince him, but my heart broke when he said, "Get lost, Blair. I don't want to see you again."
Oh, no.
I was totally...
No, my heart is breaking, guys. I was so engaged and into this girl's relationship with Terrence. She has 2 minutes to get him back, or I'm literally gonna cry.
Miserable after that.
Blair, let's go.
My best friend and boyfriend were ignoring me, and everyone was calling me a cheater.
No.
One day, I passed out in my room.
You killed her? You killed her? Oh, never mind.
Because I hadn't eaten all day. When I opened my eyes,
Terrence?
the first thing I saw was Lexi. Thank God you finally woke up. You had me so worried. Are you okay? How can I be okay when you hate me now? Oh my God, stop. I'm not used to seeing you cry. Lexi then told me that she overheard Francesca and Pierre talking about their plan to set me up. I knew it. I need to talk to Terrence. She then looked away and said, He's gone? Went back to Korea this morning. What? I felt like someone had thrown cold water on me. She just bowed her head and avoided my eyes. Why so soon? Is this a prank? I'm so sorry, Blair. I already told him the truth, and he believed me, but he still left.
Blair, get to Korea.
Oh no, this can't be happening. I tried to get up, but Lexi told me that my doctor had advised that I shouldn't leave bed yet. I called Terrence, but his phone wasn't on.
Why was it so happy just 3 minutes ago? Now I'm feeling some kind of sad way, and I don't like it. I really hope that she gets back with Terrence.
Checked his social media accounts and confirmed that he was already back in Korea.
Come on, Blair.
I just wanted to sleep and hope that it was all a dream. The next day, I woke up to Lexi's scream. She pulled me out of bed and dragged me outside. There was an unfamiliar jet landing outside. A handsome boy then stepped out, and I swear, my heart jumped with joy when I realized who it was. I ran up to him and hugged him.
Oh my gosh.
He apologized for doubting me and for not telling me about him leaving. I just needed to finish my surprise for you. He then showed me an app on his phone. You can download this from the App Store. I've specially developed this for dyslexics. Oh my God, this is amazing. I love you, Terrence. I love you more.
Yes.
My Blair. I
Come on, guys,
was
get
so
married.
over the moon when he finally kissed me. Another cute Korean guy came out, and Lexi looked like she just Peter Pants. Terrence introduced him as Andrew, his brother, and Lexi started jumping in excitement.
Wow.
Thank God you have a brother.
I am very into that story. I don't know why. It was a fantastic roller coaster ride, guys. And if you enjoyed it, why don't you subscribe? And YouTube thinks you're gonna like these 4 videos, so hey, watch them all. Why not? Peace.